Good morning and welcome to a new vlog and Hooch's stable. I'm just marking out. It's been quite an exciting morning. I was too nervous to vlog before I started, but here's the main man, Colin himself, and he did me proud. We've just had a side saddle lesson, a clinic. The most incredible instructor. She was phenomenal. And yes, I had to get my bravest pants out of the drawer this morning. I haven't ridden side saddle on Colin since last year. I think the end of the summer last year, in fact. And he gets a bit funny when he does things without Cassie. He's completely besotted by Cassie. I can't blame him. She's a bit of a stunner. And so I was a little bit nervous about riding him without her, but it was fine. It was fine. He had a couple of moments where I thought, oh, he could erupt. Actually, he was brilliant. Cassie was just gorgeous. I took Si's car. I don't like it. Here's Cass eating her hay. Happy girl. She did really well. Cokes is riding Hooch now because we are show jumping tomorrow. So she was out in the sand school. Having a little practice on him, so it's been a busy morning. You'll notice I haven't got my pearl earrings in. The Side Saddle Association frowns upon earrings, so I took them out this morning. Cokes is just here. Let me know when you've warmed up, darling, and I'll come and put the jumps up for her. So Cokes has got show jumping tomorrow on Hoochie, and it's been an exciting morning. It's just so lovely when you're having a lesson and things start to come together. And looking back to a year ago when I did my first side saddle lesson on Colin, literally a year ago at the same place, different instructor, but how much we have both come on, which is really exciting. It's always great to have a bit of progress, isn't it? We like progress. So anyway, I am going to crack on, mark Hooch's stable out for Coco. I'm only doing it to be a nice mummy because actually she's been a really helpful girl this morning, so I said, I'll do this. She's marked out the sand school and unloaded everything. And all is good. We spoke to Si yesterday in America. He's having a good trip. He was out on some scallop boats yesterday. And Gus has got a hockey match this afternoon. So I need to get my skates on, get this done, get Coco fed, get everything unloaded, and then whiz off to watch his hockey match. But which is not too bad. There's not too much to do. So I will chat to you a bit later. There is so much mess in this house. I just walked in and thought, oh boy, where do I even start? It has been quite a busy weekend. Coco show jumping this morning, and with Si away, I feel like I'm kind of on high alert. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't sleep brilliantly and there's just a lot to do. Makes me realise actually how hands-on he is. Just juggling children here, there and everywhere. Anyway, so we were show jumping today, side saddle yesterday, and yesterday was brilliant. I ache all over my stomach muscles. I really, really, really used my core for my lesson. But I'm just so thrilled with Colin. I had this moment. So Di, who helps me, if you guys have been tuned into my channel for a while, you'll have heard me talk about Di. Di does the horses in the evening. She basically does an hour Monday to Friday, an hour each day, and she rides Colin during the week. And she actually, I said, well, how was he when you rode him this week? And she said, actually, Charlie, I'm really sorry, I haven't had time to ride him. My face was, she said, don't worry, he'll be fine. She could read my face. It was panic of, oh my goodness, he's going to be really lively. And do you know what? Bless him, he was fine. He just has a few moments. He's so attached to Colin, and I think to Cassie, because he is an ex-police horse. So he was actually sacked from the police force because he's got a condition called string halt. So he has quite an odd hind action in walk. He sort of does that, if that makes sense. And obviously that's a front leg with a back leg, but I can't show you the back leg action, but it's sort of a bit like that. Not all the time, but just, yeah. So obviously he couldn't be a police horse. He then went to Kingston Riding School and became a riding school horse before he was bought by somebody, and he moved down to Sussex. Colin moved down to Sussex, and he was a hunt horse. And Di and I give full credit really to Di, has been amazing at schooling him, and we've both really worked on getting him rounded, really sort of building up muscle, which has helped enormously with the string halt. He doesn't really have it in trot or canter, but you know, you can feel it when you're riding him in walk. He'll throw this sort of crazy stride, and when I get him in occasionally and I pop him into his stable, I just have to mind that back leg because it kind of does this sort of crazy action. Bless him. But I'm so pleased with how he's come on. He was actually yesterday a pleasure to ride, whereas in the past, it's Mort tottering around. In the past, it's been really, really hard work. And so, you know, schooling and a year on, I'm seeing great progress, which is great. I just have to, my next challenge with him is to go and do something without Coco and to see what he's like loading him in the trailer on his own and what he's like without having Cassie around. And Coco and I had separate lessons, and there were a few moments where I thought, oh, Colin, hang on a minute. He's such a big horse. I feel like he's going to erupt. He never has erupted, but and actually getting him from the outside warm-up arena into the indoor arena, he had this moment of panic, and that then makes me panic, and I need to not panic. I need to relax. I need to give him the confidence that it's fine and he doesn't need to panic. And I think for those of you that have followed along for a while will know that I've had a few very, very nasty accidents and was told not to ride. Through exercise and through getting really, really fit and strong, my consultant, I think about 3 years ago, said to me, I see no good reason why you don't sensibly ride. And so I do have to be very sensible, and I am really nervous, but we did it. So really thrilled about that. And then today Coco did 2 rounds. So last weekend I only let her do 1 round show jumping. Today she did 2. The first round I said, you know, this is a confidence builder, slow and steady. And then the second round, she said, Mummy, can I go for it a little bit more? And I said, yes, not full throttle, because Hooch is incredibly fast. I said, not full throttle, but you can push on a little bit more. And she was 4th, which was brilliant. So a huge sort of confidence boost for her. I've got washing hanging behind me. I've got my hat and gloves drying on Arga because it's a bit wet this evening. Coco's not feeling 100%. I think it's just tiredness, but there's been a bug going around at school. So actually I let her off helping me do evening stables, and she's had a shower, she's washed her hair, and we're about to have supper. Just meringues in here. If you've seen this week's how-to video, we're making meringues, and I have got this out. So I've just baked earlier a loaf of sourdoughs. It's actually slightly flat because when I cooked it, the argo wasn't up to full temperature, which was my error. So it hasn't risen as much as it normally would have done because the oven wasn't as hot as it should have been. It was on sort of half capacity. So our argo, we've got an Ames device with it, and because of the cost of electricity and everything at the moment, I've only got it on for a restricted amount of times. So I stupidly wanted to cook that, but the argo wasn't very hot. But I'm really thrilled with the feedback on the sourdough from this month's members club. And lots of people have said, you know, Charlie, thank you for doing that, because it's given me the confidence to give sourdough a go. And I literally take you step by step through making your sourdough starter, watching it each day, and then baking with it. And we adore sourdough, so we're going to have that this evening with some soup. So a friend took Gus to cricket this afternoon. Coco wasn't feeling 100% as I mentioned, so she didn't go to cricket, but he picked Gus up and took him to cricket, which was really lovely. And I went to bed. I went to bed for 2 hours. I didn't even set an alarm. I put my phone on silence and I just slept, and I really needed it. It was so cold. It wasn't that cold or windy. It actually was quite a nice day when we left here this morning, and we didn't have to go very far. It was just up on the hill, literally there, but it was so windy and it got bitterly cold. And I think when you're out in the cold for quite a long period of time, it's quite tiring, or is that just me? I don't know, but I came back absolutely exhausted. So I went to bed for a couple of hours, but now I need to feed the children, feed myself, and blitz this house because very exciting, my brother is coming to stay tomorrow. I haven't seen him for ages. He's not coming with his wife, he's coming on his own, and not for very long. It's a whistle-top stay, but he lives in Austria. He commentates. He's mainly an equestrian commentator. He does do some football matches and some marathons and some other things. But he travels all over the world. He's just been, I think, in Holland. I think he's flying in from Holland tomorrow. And he is here for one night before he's got, I think, a meeting in London, and then he flies off somewhere else. So I'm really excited about seeing him, but I do need to have a good tidy up. I think because Coco had a friend last night for a sleepover, they actually slept on the sofa bed over there, which is really cosy for them. I lit the fire and made it all lovely. I didn't tidy the kitchen last night, which I normally do, and I didn't put the dishwasher on last night because I didn't want it to beep and disturb them. And then because I've been out most of the day, and then decided to just completely ignore all the mess and go and lie down and have a snooze. You can't see too much of it, but it's bad and it's all over there and it's terrible, but I will get that sorted. And then Si comes back late on Tuesday evening, and then we're off to Cheltenham. So I'm going to take you to Cheltenham with us in this week's vlog, which I'm really excited. I love Cheltenham and we haven't been for a few years, so it will be great fun. I can't remember why we didn't end up going last year. We were supposed to go and it didn't happen at the last minute, and then obviously because of COVID and all the rest of it, but it'll be really fun to be there. So anyway, I am going to get supper on the go, take the washing down, which I think is now dry. It is dry. And yes, crack on. I just thought I'd share these with you. These are my very old-fashioned cord jodhpurs. I love them. I absolutely love them. They're my most comfiest pair. But I just washed those. Right, this lot is going into the laundry room and time to make soup. Hi, I'm at Gatwick Airport picking up my brother. It is a crazy, crazy, crazy windy day, like horrifically windy, and his flight was delayed by quite a lot. I think there was a lot of vomit that apparently they had to clear up the flight that went. So he was flying in from Amsterdam. So in Amsterdam they had to give the plane a really good clean before they could fly back. And I've just spoken to him. He's just landed and he said it was a really, really interesting flight. He'll tell me all about it when I pick him up. So he's a few hours late. I was hoping we'd be able to go home and have a little bit of time there before the school run, but we're actually going to hang out in the car probably for about half an hour before I need to do the school run. And today's quite a mega school run, so I have to pick up Gus and then drop 2 children at their house and then go and pick Coco up from cricket, and I don't think we'll be home till 8 o'clock, and I think he leaves at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it is a whistle stop tour, but at least I get to see him. He's here, so I am going to go and meet him. I've been eating rice cakes. Yeah, I'm going to go and meet him now, and I can't wait to see him. And Sai is flying back tonight, so hopefully it's not too windy for him. Apparently there's about to be a massive snowstorm in Boston, and he's hoping to get out before that arrives. So fingers crossed. Anyway, I will chat to you later.
Gus, no, it's a shocker.
No, because I was going to trade the Queens, but not work.
So I've just got in from doing the horses. It's pretty early. It's now about 7:10, and these two have been playing chess for the last half an hour. Gus is having his breakfast and needs to go and get dressed. But it's very, very lovely having Uncle Ed in the house.
Hello, hello.
Ooh, I'm
Gus has
dropping
got
the camera.
eggy bread now. He was already beaten in the first game. He made an error, but that was before the eggy bread. Now with eggy bread as fuel, I was getting a little bit jittery.
So lovely to see my brother, who was only here for 18 hours. That's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous to see him. He's so funny. He is very good at languages, and he's a comedian. I mean, he's not really a comedian, but he's very good at impersonating people. He does great Borat impression, and so he's always doing silly voices. So the little clip I shared with you of him playing chess with Gus, he was being the comedian this morning, but exciting. My sweet peas, look at them. So I have left them up here, and I have got a heater over there, but I haven't turned it on because the cost of electricity and all of that. I thought, you know what, we're not going to put it on. I thought that I was going to need to bring these into the house to get them going, but actually they're fine. So I'm going to give them a water. And then this morning I didn't have time to muck out. I had one stable, and it was like, do I do it and risk running late, or should I do it later? So I've opted for doing it now. Sai has got back from Boston. He's had a quick shower, had something to eat, and he's gone straight to the office. He's going to try and plough on through. And I need, once I've mucked out, to go and have a shower and get ready because I'm feeling a bit grim. But this morning I did school. So Gussie was picked up by a friend after they played chess. And then my brother came with me to do the school run with Coco to kind of maximise time together. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to have a shower and get ready because I can do it pretty quickly, but half an hour of chatting or half an hour of getting ready, I opted for half an hour of chatting rather than getting ready. So that is why I'm still looking like this. And it's actually gone 1 o'clock, but that is fine. But I'm very, very, very excited to see these little guys growing. So quick water, muck out, and up for a shower. That is my plan now. I've had a shower. I'm now ready for the day, although it's the afternoon. I bought myself a new shirt. In fact, I bought 3 things from Beaufort and Blake. I bought some white jeans, but they didn't suit me. I sent them back. I'm really difficult to fit jeans. It's really frustrating. They were perfect, but not perfect. They're like perfect on the waist, too baggy on the legs, which is really frustrating. I'm sorry, that's Maud doing laps around the kitchen island. Hopefully. She's going to go and settle somewhere in a sec. And I bought this shirt. I love the little frill on it. So it's blue and white stripe, and it's got a frill collar, and it's just a lovely linen, which I thought was sort of perfect for transitioning seasons. Can you see? I can't because that's the way. well, there's more to head there. There's some sun. It's actually a really beautiful day here, which is so exciting. And I've just had a delivery, an in-person delivery from Colin. And I wanted to share it with you because they've really sweetly given me a discount code, and I think it's the most brilliant invention. So you may know, or not know, I used to have an OXO strainer, corner strainer on my sink, but it was probably about 10 years old and it cracked. So this is a colander and a dish in one. I've got it with a lid, and the lid goes on two ways. It can either go up that way, and then you can have spoons that come out, or you can put it in that way, push it down, don't push it down that much. It works as suction. So that is quite clever. These can go in the dishwasher, they can go in the microwave, and yes, dishwasher and microwave, safe. And they don't stain, so pesto, tomato sauce, things like that don't stain. So you can, well, let me show you this bit because it's so clever. You flip this up like that. So you've got a stand. So you can put that in your sink. You can pour, say, pasta or rice, whatever it is that you're straining, vegetables, like that in your sink. And then you just rock it like that. And you've got a dish. So you could actually just serve straight from this. You can put it on the table. You've got the lid, which is airtight, so you can keep things warm. Really great idea. Not just for me at home. I know I'm going to get loads of use out of this. But maybe if you're living in a small space, you're going off to university, something like that, you can use this because you can heat it up again. You can, strain your pasta, you can add your sauce in, you can stir it around, and you can serve it from this. Or if you're being incredibly lazy, you could even eat out of this. I mean, I'm not going to recommend that because I like to serve things up, but I just think it's so clever. And they've kindly given me a discount code to share with you, which I am sure is Charlie10. I will link everything in the description down below, so you've got that if you are interested. And then this just pops out, I haven't done this bit, pops out like that so you can wash them, which is really, really clever. And I think it's a great invention. So very happy to share that with you. I like this action. So clever. Well, that scared Maud even more, poor thing. So yes, big thank you to Colin for sending this, well, not sending, delivering it, hand delivering it, and giving me a demo, and really, really lovely girls that came over to show it to me. So that is excellent. Now, Simon has requested cottage pie. He is obviously a bit jet lagged. He wants nursery food. So I've run out of cottage pies in the freezer, so I'm going to make one quickly and make some soup as well, because tomorrow's Cheltenham. So I want to make sure that the children have got food when they get back for tomorrow evening. So, and Cokes is really into soup at the moment, so she's got that as an option. It's just always quite useful. Maud, you are going crazy, aren't you? Yes. Oh. Maudie, everybody can hear you tottering around. You're literally doing laps, aren't you? Why don't you go and sunbathe outside? Because it's beautiful. I've actually got the front door open because it's so lovely. But I currently have 4 dogs at my feet. You know, don't you, when I'm filming, you come in and you totter around because you can hear Mama talking. Oh, you're quivering, darling. Oh, sweetheart. You go down there with Penny by the Arga. No, I'm off, Mummy. Anyway, I will chat to you later. It is a beautiful evening, and Coco's allowed to come a little bit early in this prep on a Tuesday to ride. So we thought we'd get a quick hack in and then a little bit of schooling. Oh, Colin's having a moment. moment. A little bit of schooling, and it's just brilliant now that it's light enough in the evenings that we can do this again. So exciting. Cottage pie is all done. Well, potatoes all mashed, mince is in the simmering oven of the Argos. I've just got to put it together. I think Si's quite hungry and quite tired. He has lit a fire and he's flopped on the sofa, which I don't blame him. It was a really long day yesterday for him. I don't know what time his flight was, but it was a night flight. And he landed at 9 o'clock this morning. So yesterday was a particularly long day. And then we are leaving early tomorrow morning to go down to Cheltenham. So I think I'm going to do probably all the driving, because certainly I'll drive all the way there, and we'll just see whether I drive back. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy riding with my girl. Just to turn you around. You can't see, it doesn't show on camera, but the sky is so beautiful. Anyway, we're very, very lucky, and all the daffodils are out. I'll just quickly show you those. I don't know if you can see, but there are two deer. You might just be able to see their bottoms through there. Oh, it's such a wonderful sight. Ooh. We are en route to Cheltenham. Simon just said, "Are you really going to vlog with colours in your hair?" I was like, yes, I'm showing you behind the scenes. So I've got my camel coloured dress on, and I've just thrown a cardi over the top, and I've got my coat in the back, my hat in the back, and we are all set. This one was snoring, weren't you? By 9:30 last night, had a jolly good sleep, so he's doing the driving at the moment. Well, I've been catching up on some emails and various bits and pieces that I needed to do, and then we're going to swap over. I'm going to take my colours out and swap over, and I'll probably drive the last stretch into Cheltenham. Darling, how are you feeling? You're feeling good? You like Cheltenham, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you like Cheltenham?
Well, I like Cheltenham because it's always a good laugh. All the Irish there. It's just a great atmosphere.
It is a great atmosphere, and one of Si's straight on. One of Si's great friends. We have been invited to join them for lunch, and he's got a horse running in the last race. So that is always really, really exciting when we're there. And we've got an interest. So it should be a really, really fun day. We did the school run this morning and then whizzing down. We normally go and stay somewhere closer the night before, but with Si's trip and getting back yesterday, we thought that just wasn't going to work. So we're doing it in the day, which is fine, isn't it? Actually, we need to be home for the children and juggle. Di is holding the fort for the little ones when they get back from school, and she's doing the horses and the dogs, which is excellent. So I'm excited. It's always such a fun day, and there's a few lovely brands that I want to go and see. Peachy Belts is going to be there, so I'm going to go and have a chat with them and take you with us as much as I possibly can. So yes. We have arrived, and actually we've got quite a good parking spot. I don't think you can see. Somewhere over there's a green bridge to get into the race course, and it's quite close to us, which is perfect because I like to park as close as possible. Anyway, I've unleashed the hare. I've got my hat on. Papa is taking his jumper off, putting his tie on, getting ready, and we've just spoken to our friends, let them know that we're here, and we're going to go and meet them for lunch now. So it should be an exciting day. Luckily, fingers crossed, it doesn't rain. It's not raining at the moment, so let's hope that lasts, because it can be pretty bitter and windy here if the weather isn't very nice.
Last year's festival, when keeping safely time the roll, they share the walk into the winner's enclosure. Can Delta work back that out and take victory again today? And over to our commentator, it's Stuart Nixon for the rest of the afternoon.
first of them there, just beginning to make their way across the track.
Right, come on.
You should be wearing size.
You should be going side saddle. Throw your leg over.
No one wants you.
Well, there we are. Whoops, didn't get dressed properly this morning, madam. I mean, really? No, stop it. Oh, because this is recording.
So we come to our final race of the afternoon and the 19 Irish trainers, and they are very much responsible for the top horses in the betting. So I thought I'm going to get a view of the former leading Irish jockey.
From Cheltenham. We had such a lovely day. It was really, really great fun. I'm sorry I didn't vlog afterwards. I planned to as we got in the car. But if any of you have been to Cheltenham or any huge event when there's masses of traffic trying to exit at the same time, I had to concentrate, and I was navigating and Si was driving the first bit. And I love trying to avoid the traffic, so we wheedled down lots of back lanes and got out actually quite swiftly, and then we stopped at a pub in Lambourne for something to eat quickly before heading home. But it was just a gorgeous day. I didn't drink yesterday, and actually I feel tired but good today, and it was just lovely. We were with our friends, and it was great after Si's been in Boston just to have the journey on the way down, because it's quite a drive for us. I didn't even, hang on, what time did we leave? We left here at 7:45, and we met our friends at 12:20. So, you know, we had a good long time to chat and catch up about all sorts of things that had been going on while he was away, and to various parents' evenings and all sorts. So it was really, really fun, and I did do a little bit of shopping, which I'm going to share with you now, which is quite exciting. It's very exciting. I've actually never shopped at Cheltenham before. I don't think I've ever bought anything. We're normally there, we're super busy. But our lunch was the second sitting. So actually there was time after we arrived, have a drink with our friends, chat to them, and then go off and have a little bit of a shop. And Si and Tim went off, and I went off with Nikki and just did a girly shopping together. And she showed me a coat that she had bought, and something caught my eye. Now, I'm going to tell you the backstory to this. I don't have a smart navy coat at all. And I said to Juliana, who has pre-loved clothes, I said, Juliana, will you keep your eyes open for a smart navy coat? I want it to be long. I ideally want to have sort of fur on the cuffs and a lovely collar, or velvet, just something really, really special that I can keep forever. And I think because my background is fashion, I did A-level fashion, A-level design and specialised in fashion. I had one-to-one dressmaking throughout my 2 years doing my A-levels and pattern cutting. And then I went on and did a fashion degree, which I didn't complete. But I'm often thinking of things in my head, of items that I would love to have in my wardrobe. And I get this kind of picture in my head of what I want, and then I find it really, really difficult to find it. But this is super exciting, so I'm going to stop chatting and show you. It is from Guinea, London. Gorgeous purple bag, and it was so lovely because I got to chat to the designer, you know, the creator behind this brand. We actually got to chat quite a lot because I tried it on with Nikki. And it was between two. There was a tweed version and this version. And Nikki actually preferred the tweed on me, but this is what was in my head. And then I took Sai back to look at it later on. And then she sweetly let me leave my shopping with her and go back at the end of the day. So I didn't have to carry it around because Tim's horse, he had a horse running in the last race, so I didn't want to be rushing around with bags. I wanted to focus on that. So anyway, let's have a look. I am very, very excited about this. So this is the coat, but I just think it is so elegant. Look at the details on the back. Now the other one that was exactly the same style as this, but in a navy with a slight hint of a little bit of black throughout the thread, tweed, had slightly it had more silver buttons, and I just think that these are neutral. These will go with everything. They were quite silver, and that slightly put me off because then you're limited to what you can wear with it. But I'm very, very, very excited about this. And I treated myself to it, which, yeah, it's quite exciting when you can buy yourself something really, really special that you know that you're going to have in your wardrobe forever. You know, this is a lifetime piece. It's so classic. So I'm obviously not wearing the right clothes at all to show you, but we'll just slip it on quickly. So I was just wearing a simple little cashmere dress yesterday with it, but it just is so beautifully made. I love the velvet turn back, and then you've got velvet on the collar behind, and you can wear it lots of different ways. You can wear it open and you can put these back and button them all back. It's very clever. Or you can wear it completely done up, or you can wear it just open. I think I like the completely done up look. And it is long, properly. I've got my slippers on. It's properly long, but I just think it is seriously special, and I just adore it. So I'm really super excited. You can probably tell, bursting with excitement about this, because it's just something classic that will be in my wardrobe forever. And I really felt I missed it this winter. I mean, that sounds totally ridiculous, but Christmas concerts, carol services, all sorts of kind of smartish things in the winter, but you could also dress this down and wear it with trainers as well. So I think it's really, really versatile, and it's so beautifully made. The fabric is made in Great Britain. So yes, this is my purchase, my treat to myself. And then there is something else as well. So let me show you. Oh, can we also just have a moment for the lining? Look at that. Their signature colour. I think it's stunning. Can you guess what it is? I don't think you can. Simon and I have this thing that whenever he goes to Boston, he comes back with a handbag for me. He doesn't go to Boston that often. He hasn't been since pre-COVID. And he normally goes into Kate Spade or somewhere like that and gets me a bag. But the exchange rate at the moment with the UK and the US is terrible. So there was no bag coming back from Boston, but we spotted this. And it's from a Shaw, which had the most beautiful leather things on their stand. Leather sort of drinks cases, a beautiful leather chest set, which actually I think my brother would love. But this is my present from my husband, and I am so thrilled with it. My handbag, well, it's downstairs. I've got a few handbags, but I don't have anything particularly smart. I'm not a designer handbag girl, because if I have a handbag, I want to use it. And with my lifestyle, the dogs and the horses, and you know, we're in the country. If I have a really expensive handbag, I'm going to be too scared to use it. And this, I just think, is perfect because it's smart. It's really versatile. It's a perfect size for me. It's navy, which I love. They did have a khaki version, but I thought I'd just go for the classic navy. I love the bamboo handles. It does have a crossbody strap, but actually I'm not really a crossbody girl. I'm more of a carry my handbag like this and wave my hand around in the air. But I cannot wait to start using this. And again, they were such lovely people. I got to chat to the owner of the company and it was really, really lovely. So I'm very, very thrilled with that. I feel totally and utterly spoiled. Yes, I love it. I love it. Let me know what you think down below. They also had a white and a bright green and various other colours, but I just thought classic handbag. And actually I'm going to take it downstairs and I'm going to start using it immediately. And I think you can go over the shoulder as well. So I do often put my handbag over my shoulder too. So I'm thrilled. I've got my shirt hanging out. Right, I'm going to take this downstairs and start using it. Before I go downstairs and put my bits into my new handbag, I have some really exciting news that I want to share with you. Well, I've been told that I can share it with you. I am going to be an auntie I'm feeling emotional telling you, in September. My brother and his wife are expecting their first baby and I am so excited for them. We don't have a huge family. I've got one brother and Simon's got one sister who doesn't have any children. So to have a little niece or nephew is so very exciting. And it was really special to have the time with my brother and chat about it. His wife sent me a scan picture yesterday. All is going really well. She's beginning to feel slightly less sick, which is a good thing. So that is really exciting and something to look forward to for the autumn. I've also got one, possibly 2 trips planned to go over and visit and help when the baby is born. So that is really special and exciting. And I thought I would share that with you now, because I don't know, I said to Coco the other day, we were out hacking, and I said, I'm just so excited about everything at the moment. The response to the Members Club has been absolutely incredible, and yeah, spending time with my brother and his wonderful news, and all the children are well and happy, and it's exciting. I just need spring to come now, because we did have a little glimpse of it the other day, which was really lovely. I sat and had a mug of hot water and lemon outside and just felt the warmth on me for a moment. But anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this week's vlog. It's been a lot of horses, side saddle, show jumping, Cheltenham, but I hope you've enjoyed coming along with us. I'm sending you lots and lots of love, and I will be back on Tuesday with another how-to.